Now we settle for our stories in detail. And Black Stars head coach Addo, he says that the Unity Cup is an opportunity for him to try other players. That will give him a perfect picture of the qualities available for the national team. Speaking at a press conference in London on Monday, Addo noted that his decision to call up many new players into the senior national team was due to the fact that he wants to try as many players as possible. That will open the room for other players to come in when those established within the team are not available.
It's a big festival. It's very, very nice to be here, and surely we are using this opportunity to, do further tests, to test our players, to see, our players on a very, very high level. And we're happy that we are getting this opportunity. And for us, it's surely a good test for the upcoming World Cup qualifying games in September. Okay. For us, it's like I said, it's a good test, and it's for our confidence will be good for the upcoming games. And for us, we really need to know. We have so many open questions on players, and I'm happy to give also some new and young players some possibilities to play and to show what they can. And surely after this tournament, some questions will be answered. And for us also, we have a big community here in England. It's very, very important for us also for them to see and feel the players. And so for us, it's a very, very good opportunity to play in this, participate in this tournament. Yeah, I think everyone knows what it's about. Surely it's a friendly game, but it's not really a friendly game. So we know what it's about, and we want our people to be proud of us, and we want our people to talk from a certain perspective. And surely it's always about who has the better team, and sometimes margins can decide the outcome of the game. I think normally, to be honest, we are on the same level, but we're hoping that we will win. We're hoping that we'll be successful. It's going to be tough, but I'm sure we can do it. There are a lot of young players, and he's also young, which I want to give a chance. Surely we are observing the players all the time. I was flying around Europe the last months. I saw a lot of matches, met a lot of players. We're getting features from our video assistants, and he did well, and that's why we wanted to give him another chance. He's still young. His career hasn't been like he expected it to be, but this is normal in football. Sometimes you have ups, sometimes you have downs, and for him it's another opportunity to show himself.
And talking of trying new players, some of those new players include the under-20 stars that were part of Ghana's Black Satellites team that failed to qualify for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Egypt just a few days ago. Let's take a look at that score that was announced by Addo on Monday for the Unity Cup. That will be happening effective today. Trinidad and Tobago will come up against Jamaica, whilst Ghana plays Nigeria tomorrow. For the lineup or the squad that has been called up by Addo, just on our screens right now, you realize that Lawrence Atizigi is in post, and he's with St. Gallen. Benjamin Asare, and we will bring you a feature on him pretty soon. Joseph Tete Annan, he plays for St. Patrick's Athletic. Gideon Mensah, he plays for Lorient and not Bordeaux, as put out there by the Ghana Football Association. Ebenezer Annan of Restal Belgrade, Mohamed Salitu of AS Monaco, Stefan Ambrosius, St. Gallen, he's a teammate of Lawrence Atizigi. There's Aaron SL, North Texas SC. Recently, he was with Ghana's under-20 team that participated in the Africa under-20 competition in Egypt. Razak Simpson, he plays for Nations FC, who currently sit at the summit of the Ghana Premier League table. And if they win their next match, they could be Ghana Premier League champions. Mahmoudou Kamaradini of Midiama FC, Caleb Renchi of FC Norgeland, and Bill Sally Samed of Sunderland, he's making a return to that national team after a long while. And just recently, Sunderland qualified to the Premier League for the first time in about 7-8 years. And then Ibrahim Suleimano of Atalanta, Abu Francis of Cercle Brugge, Majid Ashimeru of Anderlecht, Abdul Aziz Issa He was with Barcelona, but Barcelona have decided against signing him, and he will be reverting to Dreams FC. Lawrence Ajacom of Cercle Brugge, Christopher Barbonsu of Genk, Jordan Ayew, skipper of the side, Leicester City. They've been relegated from the top flight. Thomas Asante, Coventry. Felix Afenajan also making a return to the national team, and Kwame Opoko of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and Mohamed Gaddafi Fuseni of Union Saint. So these are the players who have been called up by Addo for the Unity Cup. And as I mentioned, Benjamin Asare, who plays for Accra House of Oak, he previously played for Great Olympics. However, many people actually had no idea about the career of this man. And my colleague Victor Achutamaklo has gone behind the scenes to bring us a perfect picture about the career trajectory of Benjamin Asare. Benjamin Asare's path to national prominence has been nothing short of miraculous, especially for the millions who saw him suffer that horrific injury in 2021. But for men like Oluboy Commodore, who's the Chief Executive Officer of Accra Great Olympics, and also the man who discovered and first signed him for St. Mirren somewhere in 2017, Asare's current standing as the nation's #1 goalkeeper is anything but miraculous.
Yes, we saw that he has the potential to be a great player. But secondly, we also saw that he lives among a certain group of people where, if you are not careful, the character will be very bad for him. So we advise him to move.
Once Oluboy got convinced about Asare's character, the goalkeeper became his pet project. His journey with Olympics, as Oluboy recounts, had its moment.
There have been times when he came to me that he will not keep the goal anymore for Olympics because of what some of us and supporters have been saying when we lose a match. The year Dwas was relegated, he considered four goals. Last season, the game against Idiama too, he came to me that he will not keep the goal any longer because supporters are accusing him of taking bribe and so on, and he hasn't done that before. Why should we save a penalty in the first half and allow a goal in the second?
Before the 2021 season would end, tragedy struck in a city derby with Accra Hearts of Oak. Asare suffered an ankle injury that will keep him out of action for about a year and a half.
It's not an easy effort to generate Salifu's corner. Goalkeeper Asare seems to have done enough to have parried the ball away, but on the half volley.
Sichope Atrim Philip was co-commentator on the official television feed that night.
It was one of those things that when it happened, you didn't think the worst could happen to him because it's an aerial ball. The goalkeeper is within his right to come and clear it. Actually comes and fists the ball and falls awkwardly. But you're thinking it's a knock. And all of a sudden he can't continue the game. You're thinking, okay, maybe it's a knock. But after the game, you are hearing that he's broken his leg and he's going to be out for a very long time. And you're fearing the worst for him at that point.
Tama onu ye attempt to be the ball na me ma pia be den ape ponchi ball dada na so ye land in nice seminachi and yes in the air and e be land here na so e be land here no say because of 9 seminachi nti 9 10 here nti 10 here no onu na mi hu here na so time me here say me ponchi ball na me here say me start reaction no na me hu say me 9 then at twist nti onu no mama me hu so biom.
In keeping with his setback-defined self, Asare returned to fitness in style. Within a year, he had built up enough credits in the bank, working his way into the league of the country's best goalkeepers.
I wasn't expecting somebody like him with the kind of injury that he had, how Great Olympics managed to get him back into performing like the way he did. Even in advanced countries where technology and medical healthcare is solid, players do come back and the fear of getting that kind of injury again psychologically runs through their mind and it kind of affects their performance or getting them back to the way they were. So for him to come back, I quite remember that season, he finished the season with just 13 games and the following season he went 26 and I think that was when he got that call-up. So I must say that it was quite shocking to see him come back from that injury and performing at the level that he has, maintaining that consistency up until now.
Although Asare did not eventually make the World Cup squad in 2022, his sustained growth was hard to ignore.
Say time me able AFCON and team qualifying. I'm for a 55-man squad. Na mika squad no. Well, until mika squad no the maminya sa energy and encouragement say the me person me and na eden abem na so be do baby no minya cup say say time near too close and I feel so I feel no more system no munti me give up just me keep on na me na on person ko bo AFCON no so ko bo AFCON no na sanya me adum na se bia to ya on be working towards nyama se nyama etimi ko ya on betimi afrem.
Back at Olympics, there was more disappointments as the team got relegated at the end of the 2023-24 season. Yet, his 16 clean sheets ensured that Asare did not lack suitors.
If you look at Addo folk in the last 2 seasons, one department they've struggled with has to be goalkeeping. We've seen Eriko Forienchi, we've seen Richie Data, we've seen Richmond Ayi. Addo folk were struggling seriously. At a point, it looks like if you keep a clean sheet or Addo folk win again, you retain your spot in that department. And one of the things they decided to fix was their goalkeeping department. Then they brought in Benjamin Asare.
When we was going to Addo folk, they told me that he's old and nobody will buy him. I said, okay, then make the all transfer 100% for Olympics. If you say it's old, so no team will buy him, make the all transfer 100% for Olympics.
After 3 years of waiting in the national pool, Asare finally got his Black Stars call-up in March.
Quite surprising the fact that he just went in and then all of a sudden he is the current number 1 of the Black Stars. But then again, actually, I don't think a lot of Ghanaians will complain because Atizigi, Jojo, Woloko, they've also haven't been so exceptional in the fact that you say that, oh, why is Benjamin Asare starting? I don't think Wolocott has been super good that if anybody comes to replace him, you have to question. You can say same about Atizigi.
When the GFA did release that 52-man squad, I saw the name of Benjamin Asare. To be honest, I didn't make the most of it at the time because it felt like the FA were just trying to squeeze as many Ghanaian players available to them into the squad. And, knowing those, they would select anyway. But now, in hindsight, it is massive credit to the FA because when they needed a goalkeeper, it's from that same pool that they've got to pull Benjamin Asare from, which now clearly means that the FA were not necessarily squeezing any player into the squad, into that 52-man squad, but they were looking for players that they could potentially be working with in the future.
2 clean sheets against Chad and Madagascar in the World Cup qualifiers have ensured that Asare is set for a longer spell in the post than any local-based goalkeeper has managed in more than 20 years for the Black Stars.
I think the next game is in June, and at the moment he's the number 1. We decided for him. He did well in training. Like I said, it's not like he's here and the others are there. So we have a good situation where the goalkeepers are pushing each other.
Less than a year after joining Hatzebuk, the goalkeeper has become a reference point for players in the Ghana Premier League. In June, he's expected to be called up again for Ghana's trip to the UK for a 4-nation tournament. So much has changed for the Hatzebuk captain, yet he retains an unmistakable sense of humility and self-awareness.
And a big opportunity because so far me diminish mo enye obia na otiminya da akonya na enya onye obia so na onya otiminya sa opportunity because nkofo be a boss enye obia na onya sa platform this enye me adum na manya platform no enu nche say me wie mi career because this is the time where say me work hard na me timi improve say na be ya nkofo betimi ahun say o boy no buy na boy na friend on nyama ya den wan give you up na e bia no so buy no dey na effort na be ya
Asare's former teammate, Gladson Awako, himself a former Black Stars player, encapsulates what the goalkeeper needs for the next chapter.
Keep calm, you should keep his focus. It's not done yet. He's played 2 games so far, and he's keep his clean sheet, as we all know. So you should just.
Well, in the UK, dozens have been reported injured following Liverpool's victory party on Monday. A driver was seen driving through the crowd, and BBC is reporting about 53 people per police have been injured. We'll have details for you in our subsequent bulletins. The AM show continues right after this.